We're back. Hope everybody's having a great day. This is video 8 of 11, interviewing business brokers. The last video was regarding an explanation of who are business brokers and why you would need one. This is going to be about the interview process when you're screening brokers, trying to figure out which one is going to be a good fit for you and your business. It's very important that you thoroughly interview more than one broker before signing an agreement with him or her. And just so you know, don't ask for references as a part of the interview, or you can just to test them out, but a good business broker will protect the confidentiality of their clients before, during, and after the sale, so they're not going to have a referral to give you, more than likely. Some of the questions that you can ask to determine, what brokerage or which broker is going to be a good fit for you is how do you protect confidentiality, and can you demonstrate the confidentiality process? A good broker should have written materials, including confidentiality documents to leave with you after the meeting. How do they qualify buyers? Can they demonstrate that? What types and how many lending sources do they have? Anybody can ramble off a couple of local bankers, but as we learned in one of the previous videos, I don't recall what number that was, but the financing, one of the financing videos was, a lot of those local SBA banks aren't what get deals done. So do they have a lending source that are lending sources that are readily available to finance buyers? Is the broker willing to leave you full disclosure materials on the entire process and their philosophy on how they do business? They should have written materials, including buyer and seller agreements, to leave with you for review. Another good question is, how many listings does the broker or brokerage or agent that you're talking to, how many listings do they take on? If it's more than 10, 12 listings per agent, then that throws up a red flag to me. It sounds like a clearinghouse and just a listing, some sort of listing agency. When you start taking on more clients than that, you don't really have the time to dedicate to each and every one that you should. Are they willing to co-broker? If not, to me, you're kind of dealing with somebody who's greedy. Co-brokering would be, working with another broker who brought a buyer for your business and chopping up the deal. It should be no problem. And how do they get paid? It should be at closing, never before, unless you've agreed to some sort of illegal retainer to be represented for whatever reason. And again, bad business brokers can destroy the process. Some of the red flags to look out for is, brokers that want you to sign an agreement on the first meeting. It really can't be done that way. There are exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking, that's a pressure approach used by unethical brokers, and it's generally associated with some sort of upfront fee or retainer. If they discourage you from talking to your attorney or accountant, that's a huge red flag. It happens too often, and it's done by bad brokers with something to hide. A good broker should encourage you to talk to your attorney and accountant, and should be very willing to meet with them on request and work alongside them to get a good deal done. They can be very valuable resources. If they require you to hold a note or seller financing just to take the listing, Again, there's exceptions to every rule, but that should be your decision, and that type of activity is generally associated with brokers who feel that that's the only way to get a deal done. That's not true, and more likely than not, they just don't have the financing sources or lending network to finance buyers and get deals done. The moral of this section of this video is that if you feel uncomfortable or you're feeling pressured at any time, then just walk away. Remember, a good broker should work for you, not the other way around. And again, bad brokers can destroy the process. So if you're looking for a business broker who will represent your best interest, then contact me for a confidential, no obligation meeting. Next video, number 9, and we're going to talk about payments to the broker fees, and what's fair.